All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. This lesson is based off, I have two TikToks, basically going into, this digital surveillance state, detention centers. All right, because once again, man, we got to keep going into these things, but Esau is setting the stage for Jacob's trouble. All right, through the pre-planned crisis of immigration. Okay, because through this crisis of immigration, this devil is reaching for what? For more control and more surveillance, and really he want that over all the people. All right, and he's putting all this digital, this digital surveillance system, in place. All right, through this so-called crisis of immigration, man. You know, so let's just let me start with
A
this.
concentration camp may be coming to a city near you as DHS buys warehouses to convert into ICE detention centers. Here's what you need to know, and if those warehouses are coming to a city near you. So what began as a leaked plan that was supposedly under consideration last November is now in full swing. Now, this administration is spending hundreds of millions of taxpayer funds to buy up large, empty industrial warehouses all across the country to convert them into immigration detention centers for their mass deportation campaign. So this is
All right, now this has way more to do with just immigration, man. All right, but through immigration, they're able to do these things. All right, through this crisis of immigration, Esau's able to build these detention centers. Because he has something to basically he's using the crisis of immigration to justify these things. More control, more surveillance, the construction of these detention centers. All right, which this devil is just setting the stage for Jacob's trouble, man. All right, so let's get this
Something
now.
broke in the global.
I see a set of lily pads that sit in front of us that are leading us toward a world where economic totalitarianism and technocracies could be a very real thing. AI data centers, automation, UBI, and AI tech surveillance cities. Real.
All right, so Khan, man, he went into UBI, Universal Basic Income, all right, AI tech cities, so these surveillance, this is what this devil want, man. And he's just using the crisis of immigration to bring forward this thing, man, this, digital surveillance tech, the detention centers, all right, more control, more surveillance. And then behind the scenes, this devil's getting rid of this dollar, all right? And he's finna usher in a cashless society, a digital currency where purchases, payments, buying and selling are going to be done digitally, man, cashlessly through a micro C-hip that he's going to want inside every man, woman, and child, man. AI, robotics, all right, transhumanism, half man and half machine, cyborgs, like this devil show in his movies and TV shows, man. All right, these are the times that we're in, man. Okay, so let's go from here to the book of the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil." Now, who's the devil? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right. When you read the book of Revelation, the 12th chapter, let's get that real quick. Revelation 12 and 10. All right. Because when people read Revelation 12 and they read about this great red dragon, all right, with 7 heads and 10 horns, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, they think it's speaking of the spiritual demon Satan. They think it's speaking of a red man with 2 horns, a pitchfork, and a long tail, this mystical character, No. Revelation 12, this chapter is going into Esau and his kingdom, man. The beginning of the chapter, beginning with what? The Roman Empire. Okay, because we understand that we live in what? The revived Rome, America, NATO, and the EU. America being Mystery Babylon, the great city, the great whore, was the Lord will destroy in these last days by the way of fire, man. All right? And Esau is the devil. Esau is Satan, man. That's why when you read 2 Thessalonians, the scripture going to what? The man of sin, the son of perdition, the mystery of iniquity, who will be revealed in these last days, Esau, Edom. And the scriptures say how what? Whose coming is after the working of Satan, man, because Esau is the physical counterpart of Satan on the earth. These people do the bidding of Satan on the earth, man. All right, this is why this devil is pushing for this transhumanism, half man and half machine. Through this devil and his technology, he's trying to achieve immortality. He's boasting against the Lord because these certain things, that he's boasting against the Lord through his technology, man. This devil trying to do these certain things, This is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. I believe I got the wrong verse. Revelation 12:12, I believe that's what it comes. Revelation 12:12, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, which is speaking of Esau, is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Right. And this devil, the reason this devil is moving the way he moving, because he know that he has but a short time, man. All right. He knows that his kingdom is at an end. And this is why he's pushing for this digital cashless, this digital totalitarian slave world, man, that this devil is trying to bring forth, man. All right. AI and robots and drones and, the UBI and, this is why this devil doing, because he knows that he has but a short time. Okay. And he's going to come down with great wrath. The detention centers. All right. The troops, the implementation of the MOTB, the micro C-HIP, man. This why this devil finna do these things, man, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. So he's going to come down with great wrath upon the inhabitants of the earth, man. So let's go back to Revelation 2:10. All right. And let's read it again. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, which is speaking of Esau, shall cast some of you into prison, these detention centers, man. All right. These concentration camps, these detention centers, man. He shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, a number of days. Okay, but the point is that we're coming into the time of great tribulation, man. All right, the time of trying, basically a time of testing. That's why the scriptures speak about what? The hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth, man. And what's that? When Esau brings forward this micro C-HIP, man. All right. Because we know, according to the scriptures, that we are not to receive this thing even unto death. All right. And this devil is going to implement this MOTB. He's going to bring forward this digital cashless system, implement this MOTB, and want every man, woman, and child to receive it. But we understand, according to the scriptures, that we are not to receive this thing even unto death, man. All right. And you're going to have certain of the believers taken to these detention centers, Esau want them to take the MOTB, but the scriptures tell us plainly what to do. It says what? Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life, man. But just showing you that through this crisis of immigration, Esau is setting these things in order, man. More control, more surveillance, the detention centers, man. This devil behind the scenes, he finna bring forward this digital currency, okay? Which, once again, let's get it. Be thou faithful even unto death, because this devil is he's finna present this MOTB, man. And the scriptures say that's why Revelation 20 goes into what? I saw the souls of them that will be beheaded. So let's read this first. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It says, and he, who's the he? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil, man. All right. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a MARK in their right hand or in their foreheads. And when you go into this word mark in the Greek word is charagma, which going to a scratch, etching, thing, carved, sculpture, graving, a cutting. All right. Because they're going to have to make a cutting into the flesh so you can receive this thing, man. All right. And when you go deeper, it goes back to carax, which go into a pale stake or palisade, which is basically a sharp pointed instrument. Because they're going to have to use a sharp pointed instrument to make that cutting into the flesh so you can receive the MOTB, man. And then why the scriptures also going to those that received the MOTB, how they had a grievous sore, because this technology is not supposed to be inside us, man. All right. So these people might get from the radiation, certain whatever, however it's going to play out, man. But whether it be in your hand, your head, you got Elon Musk with the Neuralink, the brain C-HIP. This is what this devil wants to do. So it says, let's keep on reading. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the MARK, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Because once again, the time that we're coming into, all right, purchases, payments, buying and selling are going to be done digitally, are going to be done cashlessly through this MOTB. And if you do not have the MOTB, you will not be able to take part in this devil's system, man. All right. And this devil, he's going to, this is why the scriptures say, all right, that the devil shall cast some of you into prison. You're going to have brothers, believers, that's going to be rounded up and taken to these detention centers. And Esau going to present them with the sea hip, man. But the scriptures say, be faithful even unto death, which is why when you go to Revelation chapter 20, we're going to close it out here. Revelation chapter 20, verse 4, it says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, which is not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years, going into the first 1,000 years of the kingdom, man. All right, because even those that die in the Lord, the scripture said, "What, be faithful even unto death, and I shall give thee a crown of life." This is why Apostle Paul, when he was speaking to the Thessalonians, he said, "What, the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first." All right, when he was speaking to the Corinthians, he said, "What, the dead shall be raised incorruptible, man." You know, because even those that die in the Lord, they're going to be brought back and receive those immortal bodies and reign upon the earth. All right, with the Lord, man. But Khan, these are the times that we're coming into, you know. But that's really the point. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to close it out. Give infinite praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.